It's your boy, Amreezy, and I'm back with a Planet MFL video where I talk all things MFL, the wonderful football managing game that is MFL. I tell you what I'm up to, show you my moves, my shakes, my results, my scores, all of that good stuff. And I've not done a Planet MFL video in a few weeks. The reason was I was doing an MFL documentary. If you've not seen that, it's on the channel. Go check that out. But I'm not going to do a documentary this MFL season. I appreciate the people that did like the documentary. It's just a lot of work. And, you know, I didn't do as many Planet MFL videos like this, kind of just chatting about my team because I was kind of putting all my effort into the documentary. So we're now just going to go back to Planet MFL videos for all of our juicy MFL stuff. And I'm going to start off by saying I did have 3 clubs for a small period of time. We had a new Flint club that we got in Mexico City. For people who've been watching the channel for a while, you'll remember I trying to move my empire into Mexico. So now I have 2 teams, and they are both Mexico-based, Mexico City and Morelia. They're 2 cities in Mexico, so I've got those 2 covers now. My main team has been promoted. Last year, we got promoted out of Spark for the first time ever into Ice. So the main team, AFC Amreezy, they're going to be playing in Ice next season, Season 8, which is just around the corner. And my reserve team, we're playing in Spark with my old German license. I've managed to sell that license now, so the German license has gone. And the reserve team, they'll be moving to the Flint division and playing for the Amreezerves. So we've got 2 teams again, both based in Mexico. We're starting to build our empire now. I'm excited. It's the highest I've ever been, the Ice division. I've never been in the Ice division, so I've been bringing in a few new players. I'll show you those in a bit. I'll show you the new faces that are going to be representing the famous purple of AFC Amreezy. We've got a few loans, thanks to our great friends out there, thanks to people who have also accepted loan bids on the market. It's as usual, really competitive accepting loans, and people don't want to accept loans, or they ask for 100%. And they want another 100% if the player doesn't make 50 appearances this season. So that we've been going through that fun again. There was a pack drop as well a few days ago, and I didn't take part in the pack drop. And you know what? I feel okay about that. I feel like this is a very unpopular opinion, and it doesn't seem to be an opinion that most other people share. But I don't know if I like pack drops anymore. I get it's exciting, and I get the gambling rush you can feel, and I get that you might get a really good card. But the last couple of pack drops, I've just got cards I didn't want. And with me being in Ice now, the limited packs that I used to get, they're kind of not quite good enough. And then the packs above are even more expensive. So I would just rather find holes in my team, spend that money on players that I need. And what I do, this is just my technique now, is I think I'm going to avoid a few more pack drops like I do. But now and again, I'll do them because they are fun. But what I noticed is I got a lot of players, I think 2 players. I think I signed 3 players in total. And 2 of them were after the pack drop. So everyone gets excited about the pack drop. And then the players that they don't get excited about, they don't want, they just list them for sale. And I spotted a few players that were quite well priced. I thought I got some nice bargains. I got some good deals. And I think it's because I'm getting what people don't want. But for me, if I'd have got those guys in packs, I'd be really happy. So that's my kind of new strategy. To wait till the pack drop for when people have opened them and discarded what they don't want, and go through everyone's trash and take what I do want, because these players are people who've just been born in MFL, so it's like I've got them from a pack. They've got no previous data, no previous history. We don't know where their curve's going to be, so they have the excitement of maybe they could be a wonder kid. Whereas when you sign someone on MFL and they're like 26, 27, you can see the progression chart and it's gone like a little bit up, and then it's just been flat for 5 seasons. With those kind of players, you kind of feel like, okay, they've reached their maximum age. If I sign this player, I'm not going to get a Koja style exciting player like I've had from Koja. So I like signing players that are brand new, because I still get the feeling this could be a wonder kid, and it's like I got it from a pack, but I didn't have to buy the pack. I just get what I want instead of getting 2 goalkeepers in the scarcity I don't want. So that's my controversial take on packs. There, I've said it. Edgy Amreezy's back. So yeah, MFL's here. Let's crack in. Let's get started. Let's take a look at how AFC Amreezy are looking now. Welcome to the tactics office. Welcome to my tactics office. Pull up a chair, please. Please pull up a chair. Sit opposite me and let's talk tactics. So, what I'm going to be doing next season in Ice. Here we go. So, last season I got promoted playing 4-3-3 attack. I had a lot of fun with this formation. I'm going to stick with the same formation in Ice. And I think it's going to be very different. Obviously, I'm going to be playing much better teams. I've already had a look at kind of average Ice teams, and I've got a team together here that should finish as what I've been able to see. This team could finish mid-table in most Ice divisions. If we get lucky, we could finish a bit higher. If we get unlucky, we could finish a bit lower. That all depends on the opposition I get put against, which I don't know what that's going to look like yet. So I've gone for this. And it's so if you look at Koja, Alfonso, Del Rio, they were all there last season. These were the 3 stars from my attack last season that all got us promoted. And now we're in a beautiful position where we don't need to loan these guys out anymore. They're no longer too good for our division. Now, these are good. These are good Ice players. So I don't have to think about it. So I'm not loaned anybody out this year. Keeping these 3 guys. I've then bought one guy here, and then this guy here, and then this guy's a loan. Morley's a loan. All my back 4 are loans, and my goalkeeper is mine from last season. Again, a bit like the strikers. I used to loan him out, kept him last season because I just wanted to get out of Spark Division, got promoted, and now the goalkeeper is in a respectable decision. And by the way, can we just have a little moment for Luis? He's 21 years old, right? 21 years old, and he has already won 3 Golden Gloves. An Aspirants Cup Golden Glove, an Ice League Golden Glove, and he won last year's Spark League Golden Glove. 21 years old, 3 Golden Gloves. The boy is a trophy machine, and we didn't see much progression from him for a while, but last season we got a little bit of an up. We got a little bit of a bump. Is he gonna be a big one? Is he gonna be a big one? Let's hope so. So goalkeeper I'm very excited about. Koja is obviously Mr. Captain. If you've watched any of my MFL content before, you must know who Koja is. You must know. The MFL world should know, even if you've not seen my content. He should be sending shockwaves around the world because this is a boy on the move. This is a boy on the up. He's been our captain all 3 years playing MFL. He's got his first promotion in his bag. He was top scorer last season in the league, Golden Boot winner. So those are the old faces. The new boys that I brought in. So this is the one I want to talk about first. UC. Wait. I said UC, okay? In the past, I used to call Koja Coca. And then somebody corrected my pronunciation, probably a Turkish person, and told me it's pronounced Koja. And ever since then, I've called him Koja. I like learning how names are really pronounced. So if you know how Yushi is pronounced, get in touch with your boy. I don't know if you want it, if his first name helps. Zia, Yushi. How do we pronounce that? I'm guessing if Koja, that C is a sh sound, it's Yushi, like Lucy, Yushi. But yeah, let me know if I'm saying Yushi wrong. But what's exciting, right? What's exciting is he's Turkish. And Koja's Turkish. So it worked when we signed Koja. Yushi is a little bit older, right? Yushi is 28 years old. No, wait, that's Lushi. Well, we got Lushi and we got Yushi. This is gonna be a challenge this season. Yushi. Right, how old is he? He is 28 years old. So he's no spring chicken. He's not like when we signed Koja. However, he's Turkish and he's going to be playing up front with the big man himself, Koja. Koja obviously is younger, higher ceiling. However, they both have surnames that are 4 letters long. Okay? They're both from Turkey. They've both got surnames that are 4 letters long. And I bought him for $12. How much did I buy Koja for? $12. So the last time I signed a Turkish player with a surname 4 letters long for $12, it turned out to be one of the greatest days of all of our lives. So let's see if Big Yushi can match. I'm excited, as you can tell. So I bought him for $12. And by the way, I do think the prices have come down a bit. I know that because when I sold my German Spark license, it didn't go for as much as I bought it for. And I've noticed in general, players' prices have come down. And not only that, I've been sending offers to players. Like, I think this guy was worth a lot more. I think he's worth about $20 on MFL info when you check the value. So I think a lot of people are cashing out of the game at the moment. I think it's because maybe So Rare has just started the new season and everyone's excited about that. I was watching actually. Now you can watch the MFL Ramble podcast hosted by the wonderful boys over there. I think David SR Monkey was on with Hoodwink and Big Mr. K. That episode the other day, they were talking about how they've noticed that So Rare kind of being a new season of So Rare, a lot of people are selling MFL players that selling the galleries, trying to move money to So Rare right now. And I've noticed that. I've noticed that Yushi, I was able to get probably for cheaper than like a 71 rated player, because I know I've been scanning the market, I've been looking for opportunities, waiting for the prices to be at a nice level for me. So once I sold my Spark license, I had some funds. And then with those funds, I bought 3 players, one of them being him. And I noticed with everyone, I was sending offers a bit lower than what they were asking for, and they were being accepted. And I know last season, pre-season, I was doing the exact same thing, and nobody was accepting my offers. So I do think if you're looking to buy players, now is a good time to buy when everyone else is selling. And probably I shouldn't sell any players right now. I should probably wait to sell when there's a sort of similar market swing, when Soros season finishes, maybe everyone's going to come back to MFL, and then that's when you probably want to sell your players. So I'm going to keep an eye on that cycle, because I think it could be good if you're on a bit of a budget like me. I don't want to keep depositing into the game, basically. So I think if you like that, and you play on a bit of a budget like me, that is a good tip. So I got Yushi. I also bought this guy. And Yushi, by the way, has no previous history. He's, I think... yeah, brand new player. So again, almost like he came out of a pack. Almost like someone else got him from a pack. They didn't want him. And then I was like, well, if I opened a pack, a limited pack, and I got him inside, I'd be delighted. I'd be like, I really need a left winger because I've got the striker, I've got the right winger. Now I've got a left winger with who knows what his ceiling is. Who knows how he's going to progress. And I like that. Those are the kind of players I buy where I don't know where the ceiling is. I don't like to have the graph of history before. Even if it's going up, I just like the excitement of not knowing where they go. I mean, usually they don't go anywhere, but occasionally they go like Koja did. So we bought him. Then we bought we bought 2 center midfielders because I didn't have any center midfielders. So one of the ones I bought was Johan Devau, and I bought him for $14. And he is one who has been going up and up and up and up. However, I mean, ignore this flat line because that's this season that's just about to start. He's been on a lovely thing, and we're not seeing here any signs of he's reached his optimum age yet. 26 years old. Could we see this go up this year? Could we see this continue to go up? I like this trend. Again, this was a card that was worth a lot more than what I paid for. I negotiated the price down. I didn't even negotiate. I just said, do you want $14? I think they were asking for like $18. So I went, do you want 14? And they were like, yeah, take it. So we brought in Johan. And then I bought another centre midfielder that was first team before I got Castro. And I'll get to my loans in a bit because I'm excited about my loans. The other centre midfielder I bought was a chap from Argentina. 26 years old, just been opened from a pack. Somebody didn't want him and accepted a $10 bid from me. And I think he's great. I think he's 26 years old. Again, we don't know what his ceiling could be. Great passing, great dribbling, quite an attacking, bit more of an attacking centre midfielder, but I like, everything's above 50 rated, so he's pretty much an all-rounder, which you kind of need in centre midfield, because this is the formation I'm going to play, and I do want all-rounded centre midfielders with a emphasis on being able to tackle. So the French guy, Devau, that I signed, has defense 61. This is what I want. Because in this formation, I had good tacklers there last season, and I did realize Sheriff was there last season, and he had defense 60. So you see what I mean? In this formation, I found that it worked out best last season because I had center midfielders that could tackle, and it kind of makes up for not having a CDM, in my opinion. That's just the theory. I've not really tested it out, but that's what I'm going with. So they're my 3 new signings. Now, I didn't sign any defenders, partly because I had loans. People have helped me with loans, and they just all happened to be defenders. And the other thing is I was approaching defenders in the market, and I just didn't either loans weren't being accepted from other managers listing their players, or I was making bids for players like I did for those 3 players I just showed you that I bought, and they just won't get accepted. So, but it's fine. My new best friend, my bestie, Hoodwink, he gave me 2 defenders. A Modu, a right back, who looks great, really nice stats. Love that 84 pace. I like it when there's just a player that has just one stat really high. It just makes me feel like, okay, we can really work this to our advantage. We'll get him on like bombing forward, attacking freedom, dribbling, going forward. He can shoot, 69 shooting. He can pass, all rounder basically. But I love that he's got pace and shooting on him. I love that. I'm just excited by him. Modu. And then I'm playing him with another. So Hoodwink gave me 2 guys, probably because he's my bestie now. I don't know. But he gave me Modu and Carnero, they're playing next to each other. And I do like that they're playing next to each other and they're from the same agency. So I feel like they've got a connection already. They know each other. So we've got them playing next to each other on the field. Surely that's going to work. Surely that's logical. So we've got a centre-back here. And then we've got this centre-back I just loaned from... Let's give him some credit. I don't know him. I got him from the market. Luke. Agent Luke. Thank you, Luke. Luke gave me this guy, Joachim Solbakken, great name, Norwegian centre-back, 71 defence, love that, 72 physical. He is a no-nonsense centre-back, wearing the number 6. Number 5, I feel like that's a bit more of a flary centre-back. Number 6, the solid one. So Carnero's Brazilian, he's a bit more of the flary one. Solbakken, he's not messing about. He's the solid one. And then left back was given by the wonderful SR Monkey, who we just mentioned, host of the MFL Ramble. Go check that out. Amazing show. Now on YouTube, so you can see their lovely faces. He gave me a left back, Christian Morley. Again, great stats. Shooting's the only one that's not great, but what I did last year is I had 1 fullback stay back and I had 1 fullback attack. And I had the opposite winger stay back if he was on the guys who's attacking side, and I had the other winger go forward if he was on the... You know what I'm saying. So Morley seems like more of a centre-back who can stay back, and then Modu with his mad pace and shooting stacks, he's going to be allowed to go forward. Morley will stay back. The other player SR Monkey gave me is this centre midfielder, and this is a headliner, guys, because he's Mexican! Welcome Salvador Castro to the universe. Now, he's a 73 rated CDM. When I play him as a CM, he only loses 3 overall attributes, -1 for position. So I think all of his attributes are going to go down by 1, but I've had a look at the attributes. I've compared them to my Argentinian that I signed, Vergara, and he's still, even when you take in the minusing the points, it's still worth it. And he's really good at tackling because he is a CDM, so he's defense 74, so he's going to be perfect. And what I'm going to be doing, shout out to an MFL manager called Robucchio, who's helped me out with some loans in previous seasons. I have a little chat with him on Discord now and again because he's a good lad, and I like hearing how his season's going because he seems like he knows what he's doing, and he's gave me some good advice this year, which is that this is a great formation for when I'm playing teams that I'm of a similar ability or maybe better than. But when I'm playing teams that I'm not as good as, I should probably play with the CDM instead of the CAM, which is good thinking. I like that advice. So Castro, some games will play here. And Del Rio won't. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Don't listen to me, boys. I'm messing around. So Castro will sometimes play here. Sometimes he'll play here. Sometimes Del Rio won't play. So when we want to be more defensive, Castro slots into here. We've also got, still from last season, Sharif, who, although he's a 64 rated, I really like his stats. Passing 73. He got so many assists last season. Pace, defense. He's a nice all-rounder as well. Did he progress last year? Went up by 1 last year. So hopefully we can get some more steady growth from the Sheriff. So he can always come into this team. I've got options for the first time. Never had options before in MFL. But now I've got Vergara, I've got Sharif. I've basically got the players Lushi, Taketa Williams, The Butcher. All the players that were playing for me last year are now, in my head, really great players. But they're not really good enough for Ice. However, because they're now going to be backup options, I like that I feel like I know the backup team and I trust them a bit more than last year when they were kind of like not as good players. Those players are now going to be playing for the reserve team. And yeah, I think we've improved the squad overall. Thanks to everyone who gave me the loans. And also thanks to me for spotting those bargains that I've signed. So this guy, and my other centre midfielder, I feel like are good, solid signings of high 60s or low 70s. Should be good at the ice level. We've still got our stars. We've still got Koja. Can't wait to see how this season goes. In a tougher division, it's going to be such a different game for me playing in... going from winning the league to I just want to stay in the division. So I just don't want to get relegated next year. We don't know how our league table is going to look like. This is how our league table ended last year. If you didn't see the MFL documentary, we sacrificed the cup. We went for the league and we won it by 4 points. We didn't lose any games until the end of the season when we'd already won the league. Then we lost 2 games, but the players were hungover. They were partying by then. So yeah, we had a great season last year, won the Spark League. Can't wait to see what teams we get matched against in the next league. And as you can see here, the Amreezerves are now in Flint. And they were terrible last season. Now, you can't see how they did. We did the Redemption Cup with them, and we got to the quarterfinals of the Redemption Cup. So that was fun. But the players were all loans in this team last year. The Amreezy players... Amreezerves players, they were playing in the German license in Spark last year, and they finished like second to bottom or third to bottom. Didn't get relegated in the end because there wasn't enough teams to get promoted from the division below us. So I think that was good because I was able to sell a Spark club instead of selling a Flint club. So they should be playing against easier opposition now that they're going to be playing in Flint, and it's the same squad that was struggling in Spark. So maybe that's the case. And some of them have got better. Some of them have got a little bit better. Some of them were playing for the AFC Amreezy team last year, as in the backup players. This guy, Bono, I got from my last pack. He's a 55 rated left midfielder, but in Cam, he's a 59, which is delightful. So I've got a few missing pieces here. If anybody wants to help me with my reserve team, I could do the centre midfielder. I could do it 2 centre backs because this Peter guy is probably should be backup. I will be going on the loan market. I'm just not rushing this team as much because it's the reserve team. If I don't get the deals I want for this team, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, we do have a centre midfielder here, 51 rated, but I would like to get kind of mid 50s, high 50s if possible. Obviously, the higher the better, but mid 50s to high 50s is kind of what I'm looking at. So I probably need to replace this centre back, get another centre back, get a centre midfielder. But that's not too bad. If I loan 3 players in and then just use the rest as backup, I think we should. I don't know what Flint's going to be like. It'll be my first time in Flint, but I'm hoping this team's good enough. Castilla is a pretty decent striker. He did okay last year in Spark, so he should have fun in Flint. Goalkeeper's okay. I feel like, we're okay. The Amreezerves, they're fairly set up. So that's how I'm looking for Season 8 of MFL. Let me know if you've got any tips, if you've got any loans you want to help out with. Probably mainly for the Amreezerves now. The AFC Amreezy boys are looking good. I like how we're looking. I'm feeling good. I've not yet done friendlies. I finished today. I think I got today Castro on loan from David. So I've got my guys on the team ready now, so we'll be testing out friendlies until the season starts, tweaking player instructions, seeing if this formation is still good, seeing if it serves me well once again, and can't wait. I love MFL. A lot of people are leaving MFL, I think because Sorez here. You can play 2 games. You can play them both. Come on, stick around. It's fun. Good luck with your preseason, guys. Good luck getting your squads ready for Season 8. I'll see you on next Planet MFL video. Peace.